And we'll fly away.
Hello, it's your boy Davidoff and welcome back to Premier League Recap. And I'm going to try and do this after every match day, but I can't promise it, but I'm going to try and do it. I'm going to try and keep going. These don't take, they take quite long to make, to be fair, but it's pretty routine to make this type of video, so I like this type of videos as well. I like talking about the Premier League and other stuff as well, so I might do the same for Champions League, possibly. But anyway, as for Arsenal, in the first two episodes I talked a lot about Arsenal, almost half the video I think, and it won't be the same this week. It won't be the same because I vlogged the Arsenal game. I went to the Arsenal game at the Emirates. I travelled. It's only half an hour from here, so it's pretty good. I live in North London, Arsenal, North London. It's good to live near your club, so that I can go to games. And I went to the game, I vlogged it, and in that vlog, I mentioned my thoughts on the game. So if you want to get my full thoughts on the game, go and see that vlog. Okay, there's not like promo. I just don't want to say the same thing twice. But to summarize, basically, we won the game, which is good, but made a lot of mistakes, and we got lucky because West Ham had a lot of chances that they should have scored from, and they could have won the game on another day. Another team would have punished us, and if we keep making these mistakes, we will get punished down the line, and hopefully that changes. But we did get lucky, but we won. That's important. We won. We're off the mark. Hopefully we improve from this point. We've got Cardiff away next, then Newcastle away, I think. We don't play a top 6 team until I say top 6. We don't play a big team like, you know, Manchester clubs, Liverpool, Tottenham, or Chelsea until November. We play Liverpool in November, 1st week of November, 3rd of November, I think. Before that, we don't play any of those teams. So hopefully we can get some wins there. But there will be some tough games though. I can't name all of them, but I think we have got Leicester away, which will be tough. We got Everton too at home. That'll be tough. Watford at home as well. Watford tend to win quite a few times at the Emirates. So yeah, a few tough games there. Probably, I think we've got Palace as well. Maybe Wolves. I'm not sure, but we don't. The point is, we don't play a big team until November, so we need to hopefully get a few wins going. Because if we want to make top 4 and we're serious about it, we need to win these games. So hopefully we do. And yeah, as for the game itself, as I said, you'll see my thoughts in detail if you watch my vlog on the Arsenal game. But we made mistakes that we could get punished for, and we need to really sort it out ASAP. But anyway, by the way, that's West Ham. Felipe Anderson. I was going to mention him. He played quite well. I didn't mention that in the vlog, but Felipe Anderson was pretty. I guess I didn't know his name at the time, so I know his name now. So yeah, he was impressive. And one more thing I didn't say in the vlog: Mesut Ozil. He was missing. Apparently he's ill. There was a rumor that he walked out of training after being told he wasn't going to play. Apparently an argument, but the manager denied it. The manager said he got sent home because he was ill. So I don't know what to believe, but I hope what the manager says, I hope is true. I do trust him, so I do assume it's true. Ozil gets ill quite often. Last season it was mainly a back injury, but still he misses games due to illness quite often, and I don't know, is something wrong with him, or I don't know, but I hope it doesn't become too regular like last year, because I feel we need his creativity, and he's still a good player for us. He's not what he was at the moment, because the first 2 games he didn't play that well, but I still think he makes a difference for us. Creativity, in terms of creativity, I think going forward he does that for us. So yeah, hopefully, regardless of whether he plays or not, I want us to win games. But hopefully the situation with him is not too bad. But yeah, moving on to the next game, Wolves v Man City. It was 1-1. What's his name? Bolly's goal. It hit his hand and went in. He might have been offside as well. A double whammy there for Man City. Man City calling for VAR, which we don't have in the Premier League yet, because Premier League teams were outvoted. More Premier League teams voted. It was down to a vote for Premier League teams, and more people voted against VAR than for. I like the idea of VAR. I like the idea of it because referees do make a lot of mistakes, and obviously, refereeing standard for me in the Premier League is not great. Having said that, they are only human. They are going to make mistakes. regardless of how good they are, how good or bad they are, they will always make errors, and I think VAR is a way of helping with that. Having said that, it is time consuming, so I can see why clubs voted against it, because VAR is like, in the World Cup it worked okay for most games, not every game, but for most games it worked okay. If they can use it like that in a fast, effective way, then maybe. But even in the World Cup, there was games like Portugal, Iran, I think was one of them, where the referee took like, I don't know, like 5 minutes to, I can't remember. Ronaldo apparently hit someone in the face, and it took the referee about 5 minutes to deal with that one. Then there was a penalty thing, which the referee took a while to do with in the World Cup. I don't know if you remember that game in the World Cup, Portugal-Iran, but that game and a few other games showed that VAR may not be a good thing, because it just takes up too much time. But other times in the World Cup, it was great. Having said that, last year in the Cup, in the Carabao Cup, and I think FA Cup as well, I can't remember, in the Cup competitions, it also took too long, and that's the issue with VAR. It's not a bad thing, but the thing about it is the fact that it takes so long. And but having said that, I'd probably like to at least trial it. Premier League for one season is probably too late now. I mean, they can do it if they want. Can they? I don't know, but the Premier League should trial it for one season and see what happens. Just see if it could work, because they need to find an effective way to use it without wasting too much time. Because but that whole screen thing where the referee goes to the screen to see the replays, I think that's good, and it's still the referee's decision though. The VAR helps him, but it's still the referee's decision. But at least you get to see the replays. Like in the past, you see referees make mistakes, and you get the replays. We watching, we get the replays. The commentators get the replays. The people in the studio presenting the show, they get the replays. The referees don't. And I think it's a nice idea to have the referees see replays live there at the game, and because it helps them. It does help them. So I like the idea of VAR, but the time-consuming bit is annoying. But yeah, it was a handball goal, so that was definitely, there's no doubt about that. I also think Sterling probably dived for the Man City free kick that led to their goal as well. So a bit of controversy for both goals, but 1-1 in the end. Probably fair to, actually, I don't know. City had some good chances, some really good chances to win it. So did Wolves though. So it's hard to say, but 1-1, it was a good game. It was a good game. I didn't watch the whole game, but I watched some of it. Then I watched the highlights. But yeah, as for Wolves, it's great to see them back. They've not had the best start. They haven't won a game yet. They got 2 points out of a possible 9. But it's good to see them back. It's good to see them get a result as well. Not just back, but they got a draw against the champions. Regardless of how they did it, they got a draw against the champions, a dominant team that got 100 points last year, records, and they got a draw against them. So Wolves can be proud of that, and I think they'll be fine. They'll pick up results. It will be a matter of time before they start winning games, and I just think they're too good to go down. So I think they'll still be fine. They just won't. I don't think they'll do that well. Some people think they'll do really well. I think they'll be mid-table at best, but they won't struggle. But not the best of starts, but they have impressed in games against Everton and Man City. So then there was a draw, Bournemouth v Everton, 2-2. Richarlison's red cards. You're always risking getting sent off when you just go for a headbutt. You just don't do that. The cameras are all on you, even if the referee doesn't see it. Someone's going to see it from the FA, and they'll probably charge you or something, because it's just a bit silly, isn't it? And he lashed out. He's been a good player so far for Everton, Richarlison, but that is a moment he wants to forget, and I think it was definitely a red card. As for Walcott, Theo Walcott, he played pretty well. He played pretty damn well in that game. Scored a goal, a good goal as well from a Pickford. I think it was from the Pickford goal kick. I think, or was that? He made 2 good runs. One was a goal, the other one he won a free kick. And the free kick resulted in a red card as well. And Walker, I think, he did really well to threaten Bournemouth's defence, and he got his rewards as well. And eventually, Everton went 2-0 up, and both teams down to 10 men, 2 red cards, one on each side. Bournemouth 2-0 down, and within 4 minutes, with 15 minutes to go, they scored 2 goals in 4 minutes to come back, and yeah, a well-earned 2-2 draw, I guess, because Everton, they were good. They were good up until they were 2-0 up, and then they started. They didn't perform as well after that, I guess, and Bournemouth came back. They fought and they fought. They got a penalty as well, so they got a bit of luck, but they fought back. They got a draw, which is good for them. Like, they had a good start. I thought they would struggle this year, but their first 3 games are suggesting otherwise, because they've done well so far, really well. Huddersfield 0, Cardiff 0. Not going to say much. There were a few chances, a few good chances, but there was a red card. Hogg against Arter. I think it was fair. Arter got a yellow, Hogg got a red. Arter was diving. Well, he basically dived looking for a free kick. Hogg was not happy, and he knocked him to the ground, and I can see why it's a red. So yeah, that's all I got to say about Huddersfield Cardiff game, just that one incident. Southampton 1, Leicester 2. This result does not surprise me. Leicester have looked good so far in all 3 games really. Even when they lost, they looked quite good. And yeah, they got a well-deserved win at Southampton. I had them at 14th. I had Leicester at 14th for my table predictions, and now I'm thinking, why did I do that? Why did I do that? They're definitely better than 14th, that's for sure at the moment. Anyway, I think they'll keep picking up results, and they'll be at the very least probably mid-table. Leicester, they didn't win. They won the league 2 years ago, so it's not that long ago. But obviously they lost players since. But yeah, they're still a pretty good team though. They're still a pretty good team. And Vardy recently announced his retirement from England as well, so he gets his full concentration onto Leicester, which helps Leicester as a club. And yeah, I'm surprised he retired though. I thought Vardy would stay on at England, because he's good enough to play for us, play for England. And I don't know why he's retiring now. I think he has a few more years left in him, at least 1 more Euros, but apparently not. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the goals. All 3 goals in this game were great. all 3 goals. Bertrand's goal was brilliant. A fantastic finish. Damari Gray's goal was a very, very decent, very, very nice finish. And then Harry Maguire, of all people, just smashes a rocket in on the floor into the bottom corner. 3 damn good goals. Liverpool beat Brighton, doesn't surprise me, but to be fair, credit to Brighton for only losing 1-0. I mean, you should not be happy over losing any game, but they only lost 1-0, and I thought they'd lose 3 or 4-0, but credit to them for not getting battered, I guess. But as expected, Liverpool won. I did say they'll be title contenders, and I think they will. I think they will, that's for sure. They've got a good enough squad. They won 3 out of 3 games. They got more points than City already, so yeah, it's looking good for them, and they will challenge for the title. And I want to see them face off against City, Chelsea, Tottenham, even Man United, and even Arsenal as well. I want to see these games. I want to see how they do, and if they can win those big games, then you can start to see okay, they can actually win the title. They're serious. I already think they're serious, but when you win big games, that's more of a statement. A statement that Tottenham made on Monday, which I'll get to at the end. Salah's goal was good though, and Watford beat Crystal Palace on Sunday in the first game of Sunday. I'm pretty sure there's an order. At least I hope it is anyway. The first few minutes was a lot of fouling involving Zaha mainly. A foul by him and against him. Hollybass's goal though for Watford. Watford's second goal was great. They went 2-0 up. Hollybass's goal was really, really good. Then Palace got one back, consolation through Zaha. Good goal from him. A good 1-2 played. I think there's a question of offside, I think. But yeah, it was a good goal. Didn't affect the result though, and Watford still won. Fulham beat Burnley 4-2. A nice win for Fulham there. Not too good defensively. The 2 goals they conceded, I think they'll be annoyed about. As for Burnley, it's in the middle of Europa League games, and in the first leg they lost 3-1. So I think all their concentration will be on Thursday night now, and I can excuse them for now. But they're 3-1 down in that Europa League tie, and they have to win by 2 goals, and it's tough to see them doing that. But yeah, I think they have one eye on that second leg, and yeah, but they still played. They didn't play that well, to be fair, against Fulham, but they got a couple goals. But Fulham got 4, of course. Seri's goal was great. The opening goal for Fulham, that was great. Mitrovic, he played well, and Schürrle. It's nice to see him back. I really like Schürrle. When he was at Chelsea, I was annoyed he was at Chelsea because he was such a nice guy and he was so damn good. He was good to watch. He wasn't one of the greatest players, but he was good to watch. He was a fun player to watch. and it's good to see him back in London, not at Chelsea but at Fulham, and I think that's a good club for him. And had a few shots as well before he scored. He scored the winner, but before that hit the bar with a fantastic rocket of a shot. It wasn't the winner, sorry, I said it was the winner. It wasn't the winner, but it was the goal that sealed the game, really. And yeah, good moment for him. Chelsea beat Newcastle 2-1. Probably a lucky win, but some good chances from both sides. Newcastle, I think, played pretty well for most of the game. I mean, it was still 0-0 for like, what, 75 minutes or something? And Chelsea had some big chances there, so did Newcastle. Chelsea's chance for Rudiger. Rudiger's chance, he rocketed a shot from like, what, 35 yards? Hit the bar, that was mental. Alonso won a penalty for Chelsea, and the Newcastle fans are not happy. Quite a few fans are not happy, but I think it was a penalty. At first I thought it probably wasn't, but when you see the replay, especially in slow motion, you can see the contact and you can see why it's a penalty. But yeah, so Hazard for the penalty away. He's a great penalty taker, so you would expect him to. Then Newcastle equalised. It was a good equaliser, but yeah, that was it turned out to be in vain, because Chelsea won with an own goal, through an own goal. Great work by Giroud, by the way. Giroud did really well to keep it on. Set up Alonso. Alonso hit it, and it hit Yedlin and went in. Sorry, my mind just went blank when I was thinking of who scored the own goal. But yeah, great work from Giroud, as I said, to give it to Alonso. Alonso put the ball in, and it was an own goal. I said at the start of the season that they'd be top 4 contenders, but I'm thinking more like they're title contenders at the moment, because they're doing well enough to win games, and that's obviously important. They're playing quite well as well, so yeah, I may have underestimated them in a way when I said that they'd only be fighting for top 4, because I said that it would be Liverpool, Man City and Man United fighting for the title. Then it'll be like Chelsea, Tottenham and Arsenal fighting for top 4, and I guess I'm wrong about that. So yeah, there we go. I'm stupid. That's the conclusion here. Anyway, let's move on to the absolute shocker. Tottenham went to Old Trafford and beat Man United 3-0. It blew me away, that scoreline. It just blew me away. I missed the first half because I went to the cinema, but yeah, this result blew me away. Like, I did not expect this from Spurs. Like, this is, I think Harry Kane said it's a statement. It is a statement, yeah. I don't know what to feel about this, because it's funny because United lost, but it's not funny because Tottenham won. So it's like you want them both to lose, but you know that can't happen. But as for Tottenham themselves, it was a great win for them. Great win. That's for United. A really bad night. They had a lot of chances as well. They had quite a few chances, especially Lukaku. Lukaku's chance. Didn't have much time to think about it, but he should have got out on target. He should have scored. I feel it was a bad miss. I like Lukaku though. I do like Lukaku. I think he's really good, but he does miss chances sometimes. He had a lot of chances, not just Lukaku, but a few players had chances, and they just couldn't take them. And that's what happens when you don't take your chances. You get punished eventually, and Harry Kane got the first goal for Tottenham. A very good header, and then Lucas Moura finished it off. A 3-0 dominating win. And they were poor defensively, United, so it could have been worse than 3. It could have been worse than 3. Linton clearly gave away a goal, and in defence they were just not good enough. I might have to consider Spurs title contenders now. I don't know, because I know it's only 3 games in, but they've looked very good in these 3 games, and they've won all 3 games. They're flying high at the top of the league with Chelsea, Liverpool and Watford. Watford somehow. And they're doing well. Before the season I said they'd be top 4 contenders. They'd probably make top 4, but it looks like they might do better at the moment. But hopefully they don't, and hopefully their failure continues, because that would be great as an Arsenal fan. But based on the first 3 games, Spurs are looking very, very good and very strong, very promising. They didn't make many signings, but even though they didn't, they still got a very strong squad. Like, they've got a lot of good players in their squad in like a lot of positions, and they always have, like, for the last like few years really. And they've been better than us for at least a few years now, which is annoying. I hate to admit it, but it's true. That they've been a very good team. They just can't win trophies at the moment. Yeah, the Champions League qualifiers are this week. The last round, of course. So after that's done, end of the week I think, is the draw for the group stages. And I know that Arsenal are there, but I'm looking forward to seeing like who draws who, like who the English clubs get. It's going to be interesting. Champions League draw, Europe League draw as well, but I don't think we're going to get like any any significant teams. But yeah, hopefully for the Europa League games, probably going to go to the home group games. That's for sure. Because Europa League is quite cheap. But yeah, that's all I got to say really. Spurs played really well. United not good enough. Is it the end of Mourinho? It could be this season if this sort of thing continues. But we'll see. I said United would be title contenders, and now they lost 2 games out of 3, so I might be wrong there. But yeah, they've had a terrible start, United, and it's fine now. I'm an Arsenal fan, so yes, keep losing, please, keep losing. Also, Tottenham, can you start losing as well? That would be great. Chelsea too, so start losing. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just taking the piss, and it's clearly not very funny. But yeah, it's been a good match day in terms of like the entertainment and football. You had the Wolves-Man City game, which was controversial. You had Bournemouth-Everton, which was an entertaining game, a four goal thriller, shall we call it? You had a 6-goal thriller between Fulham and Burnley. You had a bit of drama in Watford v Palace. You had Tottenham beating United 3-0 at Old Trafford. And the last 4 games I think Tottenham played there, they never scored a goal. And they lost 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 4-0 I think. And now they've won at Old Trafford. They didn't just score a goal, they scored 3 and they won at Old Trafford. That doesn't happen very often for Tottenham. For most teams really, but it happened. And they embarrassed United really. They just did. And United should have taken their chances in the first half especially. But yeah, a big win for Spurs. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and see ya.